Ah, isn't air amazing? It's one of the most essential parts of our life. But how do we humans treat it? So, as the beginning of the video might have suggested, I'm going to talk about air pollution today. Let's just jump right in. And first, before we talk about air pollution, we need to understand the importance of air. Air participates in our respiration, a process in which we humans breathe in air and breathe out our carbon dioxide in order to get energy. Air also participates in the water cycle. When surface water during hot temperatures turn to water vapor, which is carried up by the air, and eventually that water vapor condenses into clouds, and then we have rains, and then the entire water cycle begins again. Additionally, air is an important insulator. It's because of it that our planet is not too cold, but also not being too hot. Air also provides protection against asteroids. Usually, when asteroids enter the Earth's atmosphere, the air protects the air, or the air usually destroys the asteroid before it can reach each of our cities. So, the chemical composition of air are the following: 78.8% and is nitrogen, 20.95% oxygen, and 0.05% carbon dioxide, 0.93% and at argon, on 0.0024 or 587% and of other gases such as hydrogen and helium. Contrary to popular belief, if air is not only the oxygen, it also has lots of other elements inside of it. But next we have its physical properties. Its weight, it is 28.988 moles. Its density is 1.2929 kilograms over meter or cubed. With its specific heat, it is 1.01 kilojoules over kilograms. Its boiling point is 194.3 degrees Celsius. Next, as some of the natural causes for air pollution. Yes, there are natural causes. It's not just we humans are not the only causes for air pollution. So some of the natural causes include volcanic eruptions. They release these sulfur gases, which usually combine with water vapor in order to create fogs, which it could lead to acid rains. And it's the combination between water and the acidic properties of sulfur. Then we have some forest fires due to volcanoes, due to lava volcanoes. Some forests might catch fires. As a result, we'll get forest fires, which can release some harmful air pollution such as carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide. Next, some human causes for air pollution. There are many more. I just decided to choose two just for the time convenience. And so, the burning of fossil fuels. Usually we burn fossil fuels for some energy. However, that process releases the sulfur oxide, at which in abundance it could create sulfur smog. Okay. This also releases some greenhouse gases, which sort of trap up the heat from sunlight into the air, as a result contributing to global warming. Next, we have the use of cars. Obviously, when we use cars release unbelievable amount of air pollutants such as nitrogen oxides, which combine with volcanic organic compounds from paints and other substances, and sunlight can lead to ground level ozone. Really dangerous. Next, we have some of the most polluted countries in the world. Well, I just took 5, but there are many other examples. We have Afghanistan, Bangladesh, China, India, and Pakistan. Now, this is just a photo of one of the cities in China. I don't remember its name, unfortunately. We can see the level of smog over there. Unbelievable. This is also a photo of one of the cities. It's in India. We can see the abundance of cars, as I've said before, or cars release many toxic pollutants. And so it's not shocking that India is pretty polluted. Then we have the world's most polluted capitals. Delhi, the capital of India; Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh; Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan. And these are 3 of the most polluted capitals, and these are 3 of the most polluted countries. So interesting. So it's easy to make that connection. Beijing, in the capital of China, still pretty polluted. Islamabad, at, at the capital of Pakistan. Sure, it might be the least polluted out of all of these, but you got to keep in mind Islamabad is the least polluted city in Pakistan, really, or one of the least polluted. Like, just really shocking. Next, as we continue, what are the major causes of air pollution in Baku? They are mainly the car emissions. It's an oil industry. This is photo of one of the car traffics that happened in Azerbaijan. We can see the abundant amount of cars was releasing toxic air pollutants. Next, obviously, Azerbaijan is known for its oil, and however, the extraction process of oil really releases toxic fumes into the air, as a result, contributing to the air pollution. Next, now, oh, you're gonna see me talking. You're gonna see me attempting to investigate some of the air pollutants in one of the areas right now. So we're currently at Winter Park, and we can hear many cars are coming. Now, cars release many toxic pollutants, such as greenhouse gases, such as methane and carbon dioxide. Cars also release nitrogen oxides that are volatile organic compounds, which together in reaction with sunlight, right, could create a ground level ozone. Now, finally, cars also release sulfur dioxide, which in abundance could create sulfuric smog. So now at the edge of the Central Park, we managed to find like many cigarettes. No. This suggests that many people smoke around here. So smoking is bad for air, or because smoking releases many toxic air pollutants, such nitrogen oxides and carbon monoxides. So in Soviets, we managed to find many plastic bags like on the ground. Now the very production of these plastic bags pollutes the air. In order to produce these plastic bags, fossil fuels need to be extracted from the ground. This process leads to releasing a lot of fumes into the air. Additionally, plastic bags are made by a substance called phthalate, which gives them their flexibility and heat resistance. Now, the problem with phthalate is that it could lead to many reproductive system failures in animals. And phthalate isn't actually chemically bonded onto these plastic bags, so it could go off gas, and could get inside the organisms. So now back home, we can talk about some of the negative effects of air pollution on nature. It could create acid rains, as I mentioned before. The combination between water and the sulfuric properties of acid, so it could create haze, which pretty much limits our visibility. It could also damage our crops and forests. It also contributes to climate change, more specifically global warming. Additionally, air pollution could cause reproductive failure, heart problems, and lung cancer for humans. Since the lungs are associated with breathing, it's not shocking that if our air is polluted, the lungs would be the first organ to be damaged. Next, as we have is just some of the possible solutions for air pollution. We can replace the use of fossil fuels with more renewable energy sources, such as solar energy, as you see in this picture here. We could also replace the use of cars with healthier means of transportation. As I said before, cars release many toxic pollutants, and so we could replace it with bicycles or even just walking. Stop the burning. We need to stop the burning of organic matter because that it also releases some toxic pollutants. And we need to reduce the use of plastic bags, as I mentioned in my field work with plastic bags. The process of creating plastic bags results in releasing there's a couple of toxic pollutants. So if we stop using them, their production is going to stop. And finally, this is just a slide with all my various sources, and here you should be able to find the YouTube link. Today, thank you for my geography show for this amazing opportunity, and goodbye to you all.